You are lost in the forest of Duran, and it is dark and creepy, vines tangled amongst the trees. In the forests around you, you hear the snarling, cackling of creatures unknown.
Every other day of the week, Room 208 may just be another classroom in Thatcher Hall, but come Friday, it becomes much more. It becomes another world, an escape. The sound of medieval music and dice rolling can be heard late into the night, setting the mood for the weekly game of Dungeons & Dragons led by one brave cadet.
I'm Andrew Farrell. I'm a cadet in the UCO ROTC. I'm a senior, and I am a dungeon master.
And what exactly is a dungeon master? Well, that is something that may be better explained by the man himself.
To tell you what a dungeon master is, dungeon master is just a different way of saying game master. So anytime that you have like a game night for cards, let's say you're doing poker, the dealer would technically be your game master.
This game isn't just a regular card game though. It requires time and a lot of imagination. You have to commit.
Over here is Falstaff.
Once you step through that door, you're in another world. This group of cadets meet every Friday night at 7 p.m. and pick up where they left off on their journey the week before.
That's pretty much what Dungeons & Dragons is. It's a role-playing tabletop game. So you don't necessarily need a board. You don't need like cards or anything, but usually if you have pen or pencil, paper, and dice, you can play this game successfully. You are going to bet.
Farrell likes to think of it as more than just a game or a time to roleplay, however. It's much more than that. It's a reflection of life.
Pretty much the game is a lot like reality in the sense of if you can set your mind to it, there's a chance to succeed.
Some may hear about this weekly event and assume attendance would be small. That is definitely not the case.
Ride the Griffins and get the reward.
The group is mostly fellow RTC cadets. Giblet, of course, his fiance, Cadet Urton, Cadet C-Rate, and I can keep going. But there's a number of UCO RTC cadets, as well as one or two students from other classes or people who are my friends that join.
A lot of the weekly participants in this game are members of the ROTC here on campus at UCO. Farrell says this game is a fun way to practice their decision making, a core value of the club.
You are looking for some of the more experienced Beastmasters. We are in the Army ROTC, which is made to inspire us to think adaptively. This is just a fun way to express how environment can shape your reaction.
By myself because he wants to kill.
He hopes that people look at the game with an open mind, as it holds more value than just the fun factor.
Dungeons & Dragons does have legitimate cognitive benefits for it. Mostly it's just, what do I want to do? How often do I succeed? And, you know, what choices did I make? But there's also just the sheer fact of it's fun to play. Twinkle high.
Most people do not give this game a chance based off of the reputation it has in the general public.
Thanks for your money!
But it's more than a game for these people. It's a bonding experience, and Farrell hopes others can begin to see what he does.
You said there's going to be threes. There's a lot of freedom, and I think that's one of the things that a lot of people don't see in it is they look at it and they automatically think either, oh, it's too nerdy, or oh, there's too much effort that's put into it. I don't know. I've heard arguments for both, or people saying that it's not cut out for you, but you don't know. If you find the right group for anything, you'll find out a lot of things can be cut out for you if you're open to it.
Ethan Hummingbird, U Central News.